What's up, YouTube? This is Ultimate Chill 340 back at it again with another Destiny 2 video. This is actually going to be a little bit different than what we usually do. First and foremost, let me just go ahead and say I've been kind of gone off of YouTube for a little while. Again, many of you already know I have a baby girl. She's about 2 months old now, so I'm on paternity leave and taking care of her. So I've been enjoying my time being a father and focusing on that. As opposed to making YouTube videos, but no worries. I am going to try and push out some content for you all for your viewing pleasure. Today is a special day in the sense that it's me, Sloth Moods, who is somebody who's featured a lot on this channel, but also this is another person who has commented on a few of my videos by the name of Grin AID. So we're running this mission together, and we're kind of going through this, and we kind of get lost a lot, and but we're having a lot of fun. And so I wanted to go ahead and kind of showcase you some of the gameplay that we have here. So it's very cool getting a chance to meet Grin AID. Pays no mind, I'm trying to go through the menus and everything just to make sure that our audio and everything's working with our own group chat, even though you cannot hear what we are all saying to each other, but it's here for us, and and all that. So either way, here's some gameplay, and I hope that you all are going to enjoy. So as you know, at the start of this mission, you kind of got to go through the little vent system to try and get to the next area. It's actually rather confusing, this map is, even though me and Sloth, we actually both did this already. I think Grin already said she did a lot of this mission before, but the layout is actually rather confusing and all that. So bear with us as we try and figure out the way to get to and from. One other thing I wanted to go ahead and mention while I'm out here is that I have recently reached, I believe it's 32 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So that's actually a big deal for me. So I just want to go ahead and say that I really appreciate all of you who have liked, commented, and subscribed to my channel. I haven't really asked anybody to subscribe, and so I say that to say that I am incredibly flattered, and I really appreciate that you all are subscribing to my channel and all of those things, even though I don't ask for you to do that, but it is appreciated anyway, all the same. And so I want to go ahead and say thank you to everybody who has stuck with me throughout this time and who has been enjoying these videos. So I kind of wanted to make this a little bit longer today, just sort of as a celebration of that. So that's the reason why this video is going to be quite a bit longer than what you usually see from me. Also, while I am speaking of this, I was able to do a deeper dive of the game itself and figure out some ways to improve my build. I think the last build I did was over Void Titan, and now I'm playing Solar. I actually enjoy both Solar and Void. Both of these two are my two top contenders as far as how I like to play the game at this moment. I haven't really looked too deep into Strand as of yet, but it seems cool and a novel idea so far, but without me, my initial reaction is that it was a very cool thing at first, and now that I kind of understand and gone through the build with my own game, using other aspects and other subclasses, it's fun, and the jury's still out of that for me, but I'm not quite so much my favorite as of yet, but I'll definitely take a deeper dive into that some other time. Meanwhile, back in the gameplay, we are looking to figure out where the ads are and things like that, and who to fight. One of the other subscribers, their name kind of escapes me at this moment, actually did give me lots and lots of very good advice for whenever I'm lost, where you will open up your ghost and it will point you in the right direction of where you're supposed to go, even if the marker does not originally appear on the screen whenever you're supposed to move on to the next destination. So kudos to you, and I really appreciate that words of wisdom and things like that. So um, also, one other thing that I think about it, this is a legendary mission. If I didn't already say that, we wanted to run through the legendary mission to help out Grin here. Apparently, whenever you go through the entire legendary campaign, you're going to be given, I believe it's 770 armor, like a full set. So it's going to be quite a boost, you know, for our you know, new clan mate here to go ahead and, you know, get a boost to, you know, those stats and things like that. So that's what one of the reasons why we're going to do this here. So when the ads are coming out, I actually, like I said before, I've changed my subclass to the Solar Titan, and I have focused on, you know, using this hammer to great effect, create those scorches, and to create those sunspots, and you know, do a whole bunch of damage and things like that. Sloth is actually running the Strand subclass, and he's actually suspending a lot of people. And I can't quite remember what Grin is actually running at this point in time, but you know, we're doing a pretty good job, you know, kind of going through a lot of these ads. As you can see, Sloth goes ahead and spins this target, and you know, all three of us were able to sort of, you know, focus this guy down and, you know, do a lot of damage. That Strand is OP. Speaking of Strand, Sloth did say in our group chat here that you kind of see going on in the background, is that he said that he believes that Strand is an answer to stasis, actually, as far as like CC is concerned, where, you know, one of the downfalls of stasis is that, you know, you're going to get a lot of stasis crystals that are going to be out in the field, and, you know, it might obstruct your vision, it might, you know, kind of throw off, you know, what you got going on, or, you know, if you're unlucky like me, you're going to get a lot of rockets in the face. And those kinds of things. So yeah, that's going to be all bad. So you know, I think I agree with that. I think that's a very good observation, and I agree. That being said, I definitely am going to look into stasis and see, you know, what the fuss is about stasis and Strand. But as of right now, I just kind of wanted to focus on you know, Solar and Void until I had a better understanding of the game, and I feel like I got a pretty good understanding of the game at this moment. So I'll just go ahead and move forward, and we'll see you into the next scene. Alright, so this next room is actually rather tough whenever you come in here by yourself. So be careful, because this guy is going to come spawn in and cause you all kinds of trouble. The good news is that because we have the CC Master here, Sloth, in our midst, we are able to sort of suspend him, and this guy is kind of a sitting duck while we, you know, just DPS him with all of our weapons and things like that. The part that kind of sucks here is that, you know, unfortunately, I was not able to get any like orbs of power or anything at this moment to sort of help DPS this guy down a lot quicker. And one other thing that I also messed up with, as you can see, is that I actually activate my super. Unfortunately, that was also the time when the little mini boss guy decided that it was time for him to go, because he didn't want me to bring down the hammer. So, you know, he wanted to go back and tell his buddies, you know, watch out for these guys, they're out there causing trouble. So but yeah, I'm a dork, so don't mind me. Anyway, we're kind of going in here and DPS and everything. One of the things that I did enjoy about, you know, the three of us running this group, like, we're, you know, even though you can't hear it, we're actually, like, you know, kind of like rather, you know, joking a lot, you know, talking smack on the enemies and stuff, and, you know, just all around having a good time, which is also, you know, Ronin Kaza, he also is one of the people who I kind of played this game with as well, and I'll be interested to see when all four of us are, you know, able to sort of run content together, even though typically most fire teams are teams of 3, but I'm sure we'll be able to find some 4-player stuff that goes on. Also, if you just noticed that awesome bank shot I just made with the hammer, that's wild. So, you know, it's your boy out here doing his thing. And so we're, kind of cleaning up the enemy pretty well. The only downside here is that, this is kind of foreshadowing though, is that as you can see, we are kind of running through this. This is actually a pretty good groove that all of us have gotten ourselves into at this moment. But this mission is going to get tougher, and we are all going to die quite a bit in this mission, but we were definitely having a lot of fun doing it. Grin, this is my first time ever meeting Grin. I actually met Grin at the tower after Grin had, wrote YouTube mentions or whatever. So we just, kind of met up in game, and we're here kind of running this mission. So it's been a lot of fun, meeting other YouTubers and other people and new people and things like that. And I also said back in one of my previous videos that video games are great because you get a chance to meet new people all the time. And so unfortunately I do go down, which kind of sucks, but video games are great where you get a chance to meet new people that you under normal circumstances would not have the opportunity to meet. And it's been awesome, meeting new people and kind of having these experiences and these shared memories together. So awesome.
I'm relaying my position to you. Make your way to this ship.
We need some way to get to the surface.
I believe I have a method to accomplish that.
Did I detect a bit of hesitation in your voice?
No. My impromptu stratagems have a high rate of success. Just get here quickly.
Look, down there. Calus's flagship. He's heading right for the surface.
Oh, is that you, my tenacious little guardian? What do you think of my Shadow Legion? Revel in these hollow victories. I want you in the best of spirits when we meet in the arena.
Guardian, down.
So I remember first time I ever played this mission, and I was running across this part here, and I remember I had died so many times over in this part because the jumping here in Destiny 2 is actually rather hard for a new player like me. I still consider myself a noob in this game, even though earlier I did say I did get a better understanding of the game. I still consider myself a noob in this game, and so just be careful whenever you're trying to make these jumps and things like that. I know if you're having a tough time, try and take it slow, or maybe think about changing maybe some of your jumping abilities that you have here, just to maybe help you through the whole thing. And so I say that to say, I die a lot in jumping, not only in this game, but just in general, but always trying to have fun with it, and whenever we go through it. And as you can see, I kind of pop my super and try and burn down all the ads that we have over here to help us kind of whittle a lot of these guys down and stuff, so we can go ahead and get to the next area. So we're gonna go down here and get to this next side. I actually thought about deleting this clip, but I just wanted you to watch the goofy stuff that I do sometimes when I'm like, don't know what's going on. Like, who does that? That's why I say I'm still a noob.
Get to Osiris quick. He's used to getting things done his own way. Seems like he hasn't changed, even after... Now he only has us to watch his back. Hopefully he hasn't gone off the deep end.
So one thing I love about this group is
Okay,
that we were ready
here's
for
the plan.
action on site. We see an enemy,
Destroy
we
the
go
engine.
for it. So here we all are trying to
The one we're on.
take down the enemy, but they're
Crazy or not,
behind the glass.
we need
But we
to stop this
actually did
invasion.
not know that until
I'll do whatever it
we
takes
had
to
already
stop the
started trying to
weapons.
shoot him.
So
So
if you aren't going to
I
help
just
me,
wanted to
then
add that
leave
there.
me alone.
You know, just because we're, you know, during this whole thing again, you all, you know, unfortunately, you all can't hear what we're saying to each other, but you know, we're actually having a lot of fun. Just, you know, the banter between the three of us, we're just, you know, laughing and joking and just, you know, just all around having a great time. And so again, I'm definitely looking forward to our continued you know, adventures in Destiny, and hopefully, you know, the idea is that when Grin, Sloth, and Ronan and we're all have, you know, enough gear score and all of that stuff is working out. We're gonna try and do like dungeons and dare I say it, we may do raids, but you know, that's not anytime soon. Like, we're not at that level to, you know, do anything like that at this moment. But you know, it's exciting to think about stuff that's going on in the future, and looking forward to all the, again, adventures with you know, everybody in Destiny 2. So one of the things about, you know, the setup that we have here is that it's really nice whenever Sloth you know, suspends people like that, because then, you know, I can actually hit people with my hammer, because if you've noticed in my gameplay, I'm not that great at throwing a hammer. But to compensate for that, I actually, you know, in my build, I set it up where I actually get a lot of my melee energy back whenever I use my finisher on somebody. So I actually might show you what my build is at some later point in time, but I wanted to keep the focus on us going through this mission and working together as a team. So that's what I decided to do for this one, instead of maybe showing you what the build is and my fragmented aspects. But you know, that was the idea behind it. So in the upcoming part that you'll see here, we're actually going to do this part where we have to actually sabotage a ship, where we have to essentially destroy, I guess it's part of the engine on both sides. First of all, we are actually rather lost. If you're wondering why we're just kind of walking around, we're actually rather lost. And again, we kind of eventually we figure it out, but it's actually, again, Destiny. I love Destiny 2, but I wish that the markers were a bit better as far as like showing you exactly where you're supposed to go and how you're supposed to do it and when and all those things. But you know, it's just one of those things. So but either way, in the next part, we're gonna have to sabotage the ship, and again, we are you know, having a great time, and we're gonna kind of get into a lot of trouble, and I'm gonna show you some of the gameplay of where I kind of mess up a lot. And so I talked to you all about in a previous video about overconfidence, and so we've been grooving together in this really well so far. We've been working together, and you know, we've been kind of breezing through this content. Sloth has been suspending people. Grin has been saving me and rezzing me, her and Sloth, and it's been a great time so far. But now I've gotten overconfident, so you know, and I'll let you guys see what happens here as we do that. But I just want to make a note here that again, the suspend of Strand is a bit OP, if I had to say so myself, because you know, just being able to suspend all those people and then being able to, you know, just basically just, you know, attack people and just do whatever is amazing, and it's fantastic. So I might have to, you know, take a page out of Sloth's book and make my own Strand build on my Titan, since he's doing his on his Hunter. So
Guardian power.
So I'm trying to get my hammers in, and unfortunately I have to, well, I don't have to, but I decided I wanted to use my super to go ahead and do a lot of ad clears for this part, because, you know, we're trying to push through this. And I actually did not know this, but in the bottom right hand corner, this part is actually timed. We're supposed to do this in a certain amount of time, and I actually did not know this until, you know, a little bit later. But just if you're playing this mission, just keep that in mind whenever you go through this part. So we destroyed that one side, and now we have to go excuse me, to the other side, and we are going to try and get these ads. I'm going to, of course, miss my hammer, and I'm trying to do my best to both stay alive, do damage, and give myself some cover, but unfortunately I'm not doing a very good job of that, and I'm going to, unfortunately I am going to get the beat down. So, you know, this is again me being a little bit overconfident. What I should have done was I should have gotten behind cover and actually, you know, done better. But unfortunately, we all go down, and we're gonna, you know, again, res and move forward with all of this. So, you know, just something to keep in mind as we continue through. If you are going to play this mission, just be careful. The ads here can be quite brutal if you're not careful.
Let's take out
So
the engine.
we come into this room again. The ads are gonna kind of come again like they did last time, and so unfortunately, again, I'm going to miss my hammer, but it's okay. It happens even to the best of us, and so you know, I'm going to go ahead and use these volatile rounds. Use you know, pretty much the finisher and all these things to go ahead and try and you know, knock down some of these ads. I do have my super at this moment, but I decided I don't want to quite use it just yet. And here is where I am overconfident. You know, part of this is that I need to hit these hammers. That's unfortunately one of my downsides. And then B, I think I rely too much on the cure of picking up the hammer to essentially save me, which unfortunately it does not here. I think that if I hit my hammers a bit more consistently, I think I'm going to be able to, you know, really take advantage of all of that. Not to mention that with all the buffs, I think it's Soul Arcanum, I think is what it's called. It will stack 3 times, and or I think maybe it's Roaring Flames, I think is actually what it is. One of the two. It'll stack 3 times. I'm almost positive. Roaring Flames. But anyway, stack 3 times, and essentially how my build's set up, it's supposed to go ahead and help me melee using the hammer, kill a lot of these guys. And because I was reckless, you know, Sloth came in there and tried to res me or whatever, and unfortunately we died because the time you know, ran out down below. So again, that was me being overconfident, and so my bad.
Let's take out the engine.
So now here at this point, I think we decided we were going to work together on our strategy where, you know, we are actually going to kind of stay fairly close together and then kind of do these things one at a time. And so I'm going to start using some of my heavy ammo to help us clear some of these ads, which is something that I definitely am going. I should definitely be using that a little bit more often. But again, here I am again, overconfident, and you can't hear me in the commentary amongst ourselves as far as like Grin and Sloth are concerned. But I'm actually like laughing out loud, and I'm asking them like, why am I like this? You know, why did I die at the exact same time, the exact same way I did last time? And so I'm kind of, you know, laughing at myself, like, you know, why am I like this? You know, why do I keep doing the same things over and over and keep dying over and over? And I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. I just sometimes you just get excited, you know, playing with people, and then, you know, you play the game like you lost your mind, and you know, this is your first day playing the game and everything because you're trying to do well for your teammates. And yeah, it's just I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just being goofy and, you know, not playing to the best of my abilities. But on the plus side, I'm actually starting to hit those hammers a little bit more consistently. So, you know, there's something. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes these things do happen. You try and you try, but this time we're actually going to, kind of change things up and actually do. I believe this is our third attempt, and I think we do it correctly this time. So, we're gonna go ahead and get past this part. But don't if you ever find yourself in a situation like this, don't stress out too
Let's
much
take out
about
the
it.
engine.
Again, I in one of my latest videos, I had asked the question like, are you having fun? And I'm having a great time, even though we are not succeeding in passing, getting past this part. I am actually having a great time, playing with everybody. So, and all of us were in high spirits, and we're just, doing pretty well, and just, again, laughing and joking and stuff. But we actually did change up a few things this time around, so we're gonna, kind of press through toward the area and, do better in general. But, it's the you got to change your tactics whenever things aren't going right. But also, again, just have fun. It's not really that big a deal if don't get past the part or whatever. And it's the memories that you make along the way are probably more important than anything else. And eventually, if practice and you learn the encounter, eventually you'll get it. It's just just trust the process and enjoy it for what it is, and just have fun.
Guardian down.
And just like that, even though it took us a few tries, we were able to get past through it. Again, just as long as you're enjoying yourself and you're trusting the process, and I think that's what's really important. Now, this next part of the mission, whenever I first did it, it was a bit confusing because I didn't, again, as you can see on my screen, it doesn't really show you where to go right now. So I actually used that tip that one of the somebody who commented on my videos I had said to pull up the ghost and it'll actually point you in the right direction right then and there. So that's been, again, incredibly helpful. So I really appreciate that. And then we are, again, just trying to figure out which way to go and how to get there and make sure that we're all together and everything. So the next part of this mission, I can't quite remember off the top of my head at this moment, but I believe we're getting closer to the boss encounter. So this is going to be, you know, it's going to be, you know, kind of the true challenge of, you know, our group and everything like that. So we're able to, you know, kind of get past everything up until this point. So, you know, these next few areas are going to be a true
I'm almost at the
testament of,
escape pod.
you know, are you
Where are
guys
you?
able to work well enough together to get
Being
past the
sealed off.
most
Have
difficult
to
parts
find
of the
another
mission.
way.
So, you know, we'll go ahead and we'll see. So in this room, there's a lot of ads. So you know, just again, just be careful. The three of us, we have kind of split out, and we are doing our best to get some ad clear. And unfortunately, I actually kind of ran up there and thought that my rally barricade was going to sort of give me the cover that I needed. Unfortunately, it was not. But good news for me, I didn't actually die there, so that's the good news. And I was able to get myself to safety so that I could regen some of my health. The rest of my teammates were, you know, kind of going through this and trying to make sure that we are, you know, trying to take out as many of the ads as we can. Unfortunately, the main target is the, I think he is the Unstoppable Champion? Yeah, Unstoppable Champion, who's up there shooting us, or is it the Overload Champion? Anyway, the champion's up there, he's shooting non-stop at us for, you know, and doing a lot of DPS back there. So that's actually probably who we should focus on at first. And one of the things about the video game, the Destiny 2 game, that I learned is that you can actually stun a lot of these guys based upon what weapon types you either use or whatever abilities you use. Certain things, you know, stun champions, or, you know, stun them, or, you know, destroy their barriers, or, you know, those kinds of things. So Sloth actually did it for us, where he used his suspend to trap this guy up there, and so now we can kind of go ahead and do DPS on him and throw him down. And, you know, I popped out my super to try and assist in that process so that we can kind of get to the next area. As I've been playing this game, I've been playing more into the Nightfalls, the higher rated difficulty. And, you know, I've learned, you know, don't save your heavy ammo unless you know you're going to go fight a boss sometime very soon, or you're going to be in a DPS phase, or if, you know, don't hold on to your super, you know, and my thought behind it is that, you know, if you know you're going to be able to fight the boss and you can clear the content very easily, then it's really no big deal. But I don't like to necessarily hold on to my super, only in the event that, you know, say if we go up against a whole bunch of ads and we're starting to get beat up, it's better to clear out the ads so we can make it to the boss rather than saving my super and never using it. So that's at least my idea behind it. So So at this part, we are kind of in the choke point right here. I popped my rally barricade and I went ahead and threw my hammer. And the idea is that because I know we're in a choke point, ideally I am going to be killing somebody with a final blow using a solar ability. It's going to create a sunspot, which is going to then cause the enemies around it to be scorched. And if they're all standing in the choke point, it's going to cause multiple ignitions for DPS for my team, but then also to help, you know, support all of us in getting us to the next part. So Sloth again suspends this guy, and we're able to all burst him down. At this point, I have all my armor charges going around, and we are have the damage buffs and all of those things and going on. So we're all, you know, kind of going full tilt here at this point. So we pick up the key, and then we get to the next area. I believe this next one is the boss room. Yep, he is. So we have to go ahead and burn this guy down. So I actually did play this with Ronin on a different video when I first started playing. I actually did not know much about like these tormentors and things like that, and now I have a much better idea of how to combat these guys. But it makes it a lot easier when, you know, he is suspended, and there's really not much that this guy can do at this moment. The CC that the Strand puts out for a team is amazing, and I think I might be looking into this right here. This suspend right here is one of the biggest reasons why I think it really affects me to Strand as a subclass, because I, you know, many of you who watch my Division 2 videos know I actually prefer status effect builds and, you know, skill builds on top of that. And so I actually recreated a blind build, an Infinity blind build on Division 2, and it's the purpose of it is to you know, support my team through blinding the enemy team and, you know, CCing them and crowd control and all those things. And so it seems like there's an opportunity for me to kind of recreate a similar thing using either Strand or Stasis. Now, because Sloth is using Strand, I might look more into Stasis for the moment, and then maybe come back to you know, just so that it'll be a difference of, you know, he's using Strand, I'm using Stasis, and then whoever else can just, you know, have fun burning down the boss. Speaking of burning down the boss, where you can see us going, you know, I'm using my super, picking up my hammer, scorch stacks going, I'm hitting them with my hammer, shooting them and all those things, and you know, there's not really a whole lot that this guy can do to there's not a whole lot that this guy can do to, you know, combat us. So we're actually able to burn through this guy pretty easily. So then we get the chest and, you know, loot some of this stuff, which is pretty nice. And I need one of those upgrade modules, so that's awesome. Now, usually at this point, I usually forget. I did forget whenever this is the first time, or the second time I actually played this mission. But the first time I played this mission, I thought that was it. I thought we were done with the mission, but it's not. We actually have to escape the ship. We did sabotage, and now we have to get off the ship. So that kind of threw me off the last time. And even when we played this time, I actually kind of forgot that fact. So I was kind of not very prepared, and I unfortunately died because, again, I wasn't playing as careful as I could have, because I thought we would be able to burn down the bosses, or the ads, I guess, in this particular case, very quickly. And this is the last part of the ship part, where we are going to jump on the escape pods and then go to Neomuna, which is the new planet for Lightfall expansion. Neomuna is actually a pretty cool place, I think, overall. The only thing about Neomuna that I don't care that much for is that it seems to be, there's a lot of places where you can fall off of the map for, which isn't my favorite part, but I guess you could kind of make that argument about anywhere else in Destiny 2. There's a lot of falls and things that you can unfortunately die on, and you know, it's just one of those things in Destiny 2. I've come to the conclusion and just accept the fact that, yeah, I'm gonna just die in goofy places and goofy things, ships coming out of the air and hitting me, or, you know, I'm getting hit back by a boss or an ad and I fall off a cliff. So, you know, it's just one of those things. So we get into the escape pod, look at some story, and then we get to the next section. So if you made it this far into the video, I want to go ahead and say that I appreciate you watching it up until this point. you know, I wanted to thank you all for, you know, taking the time to watch my videos and things. Again, you know, I have recently just passed the 30 subscriber mark in on my YouTube channel. And again, like, you know, I know it doesn't, you know, especially when you compare it to other YouTubers and things, 30 subscribers, I believe I'm actually officially at 32, does not seem like a big deal, but it is a big deal to me. And I, again, cannot tell you how much I really appreciate that you all would take the time out of your busy day to, you know, just be entertained by, you know, my videos and what I got going on and all those things. So I just want to go ahead and say again, one more time, I really appreciate you all for, you know, taking the time to look at the videos and things like that. You all are very much appreciated. That said, I am going to let the rest of the video play, and you know, you'll be able to, you know, kind of see the rest of this. I actually kind of ran out of, you know, space to record all this. This mission actually did run a lot longer than I had expected it to be, because, you know, we actually got lost quite a few times, but, you know, it's all in good fun and all those things. So, you know, I wanted to go ahead and say, you know, very special thank you to Sloth Moods, Grin AID, and Ronan Kazi for, you know, inviting me to this game, playing with me, and, you know, allowing me to have the time to enjoy Destiny 2. I've been really having a great time with this game, and you know, I hope to see, you know, some of you all out there on Destiny 2. So that being said, this is Ultimate Shield 340 signing off, and I'll see you in Destiny 2. Peace.